Well, despite the fact that we are a lot more popular than we were when leaving Grand Trad last time, it still doesn't look like we are even a notch on the King's Rock. Well, either way, let's go ahead and get our mag at the very least.
Hey,
Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor-y Fantazio. Last time, we hung out with our bondmates and got a lot of extra additions, and we've completed quite a few of our storylines with them, only leaving Basilio, Juna, and Yufa left, I believe. Yeah, we're almost there. This time, we are going to be heading to our next dungeon, the Disgraced Ruins, which, if you are a veteran of this game, you'll know is a pretty big one. Not because of its size, really, but because of what we can exactly accomplish there, as this is going to be a pretty important dungeon. And I highly recommend, if any of the dungeons out of the ones we've done so far, from the Abandoned Path to this one, if you're going to do any of them before going to the Skybound Avatar, make sure it's this one. We don't need to do any extra preparations, but because it is Idol's Day, if you want to go and buy stuff, now would be a good time. I'm going to hold off on it for a little bit longer. I'm going to be getting a lot of money here really soon. I guess that's kind of spoilers. And so I'm not too worried about myself right now. Right, so I will see you at the Gauntlet Runner whenever we have finished our preparations. Of course, it is Idol's Day, which means it's toilet time, and of course we always need to make sure to check on our pantry, which, I mean, honestly, at this point in time, we don't need to worry about it too much. But if you want to make extra food items that aren't for completion purposes, like for us, we need to get the Sublime Spoonful ready and wrapped up. If you just want to make other recipes, be sure to keep checking the pantry, of course. Alright, of course, we want to go over here and select the Disgraced Ruins, which means we need to go take down that nihilist death cult that has been wiping out towns nearby. Disgraced Ruins is all the way up here. The vast ruin looming in the northern part of the continent. All records of its construction were burned, leaving its origin a mystery.
I think we have a favor to do.
The radical organization planning to attack Grand Trad. What does this world come to, honestly? I acknowledge that they have their beliefs, but I cannot condone their involving innocent people. We must put a stop to them. Now that I think about it, the informant in the royal capital might have some information on this place. But we can head without it too. You know what, actually, let's go ahead and talk to the informant. I'll see you there. You know, a psycho death cult on the far northern end of the continent, yeah, we should probably get at least some information about them.
Yep.
We are going to infiltrate the giant face in the sky, of course, but that's not what we're here to talk to you about. We are here to talk to you about the Zealot of the Disgraced Ruins.
Want in on this?
The leader of that particular group of bandits is a man named Sistus. Word is, he's a drifter who hails from Altbury. That bloke is motivated purely by greed, and he's got a particular taste for gold. Perhaps tossing some out during the battle will be enough to distract him. Ooh, he's speaking my language now.
Really?
Sounds like this will be a fight where skills that use money should be particularly effective. Other than that, he's apparently weak to light magic. Okay, be sure you're properly prepared before going after him. So despite having a bounty on his head, this guy doesn't sound like he'll be particularly a strong opponent. No, to be honest, Sistus himself isn't a figure of any meaningful significance. However, there is more to this story. The information is still hazy, but apparently there is something far more dangerous in those ruins. The military may have put up this bounty specifically for that reason. A treasure seeker sneaked in there and caught a glimpse of some thing. Whatever it was, it's big and peculiar, and it buzzed with an aura of lightning. Lightning. Maybe it's capable of using electric attacks? Besides that, you must know at least a little more about this thing. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. Whether the thing even exists is questionable. It's hard to speculate. It's hard to separate the truth from the lies on this subject. Regardless, it never hurts to be prepared. If you still intend to head over there, make sure you're ready for anything. Okay. Good to know. We might have two enemies we need to deal with. Okay.
Where to?
Though, of course, we are pretty good when it comes to money attacks. We're well prepared on that front. Alrighty, now that we've got our information, let's go over to the Disgraced Ruins. Ooh. This is gonna be a fun one.
What to pick?
Since we can't exactly do much with our time, we could either start planting stuff in the culture chamber, or we could hang out with Yufa. Let's go ahead and let's hang out with Yufa. That way we can get a little bit more extra dialogue.
Actually,
I think I hear wolves howling in the distance. Really? We're flying. That's honestly pretty impressive. Maybe the meditation is working. Clear away your thoughts, Will.
may I?
During meditation, you must do naught but feel yourself where you are, in this time and place, and accept it. No matter what you hear, just listen. Let things be as they are. Abandon yourself to the great flow of everything. Okay? You should try to do what Yufa's telling me. Let things be as they are. But how? I'm gonna try and breathing deeply. I feel like I'm gazing down at myself and all that surrounds me from high above the ground. I feel like my imagination has increased since I was able to come out of my shell and broaden my horizons. Once again, if you're somehow low on imagination, good place to level it up.
Farewell.
Seems you've relaxed a little, so let's keep this up a bit longer, shall we? I continued to meditate with Yufa for a while.
Hey!
Hi there! Have you thought to take a look outside? I'm stopping us for a moment!
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Malabelo's Stope, where magla crystals resembling massive humans jut eerily from the rock. For reasons as clear as the crystals, excavations here were deemed taboo and forbidden by the Sanctus Church. However, some say that the mining continues in secret. The crystalline figures gaze in silence at their new visitors, as though assessing them.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Check this out.
Are those statues made from magla crystals? It's not just the statues. The sheer density and volume of the magla here. There must be a great many more crystals buried within, stretching across the land as far as the eye can see.
Hey!
Hey, Will. What do you make of all this?
I don't know.
The way they're shaped like people is really disturbing.
That's surely.
Indeed, it's quite difficult to believe that the crystals were unearthed in this state.
Here.
Most of the igniters in this country uses are pulled right out of this very mining site. All thanks to this that the igniter experiments were such a rousing success. Cilio,
Hey.
I get that there are a lot of magla crystals here, but why are they always shaped like people? I've heard that if you try to whittle and carve them down as much as you want, but the sudden things always somehow end up in the shape of a person.
I mean...
All those people who were forced to work in the mines are the poor souls who got killed in the igniter experiments. My guess is the lingering resentment is twisting the magla.
Well...
Could be possible.
Wow.
It's all just hearsay and rumors in the end. No one really knows the truth. I doubt they ever will. But these crystal giants all seem to be suffering. Perhaps there's some truth to the stories. I noticed a plant growing in a crevice between a crystal and a rock and picked it up. Something very curious about it. A hero's leaf of light. Well.
Alright.
If Nurse has finished his doodles, maybe that's enough chit-chat for now. Let's head back to the runner. I finished my sketch, though I would have also liked some time to do a bit of light excavating. With the Malabello Stope drawing, we have now visited every single major location that we would get a drawing for, aka vistas. I'll hold on to Nurse's drawing as a memento of this journey.
The party makes their way to the northmost part of Tradia, the region housing the capital, to the Disgraced Ruins. When were they built? By whom and for what purpose? There has yet to be any literature or folklore that sheds light on the matter. Still, none of this changes the fact that what stands before them is real. The invitation is extended.
So,
This is that strange religious organization's stronghold. It's all sandy and gross.
I shall not allow
I
it.
feel rather ashamed of rejecting others' religious beliefs, but I simply cannot agree with the idea that death is salvation. Whatever their beliefs, once you embrace random violence, you become no different than common bandits. What's more, their final goal is an armed assault on the royal capital. What could arouse such fervor? There's no point in using reason on insane blokes. There is a point in beating the hell out of them, though, yeah? You got that right. Onward, keep an eye out for bandits.
Here we go.
Will, lead the way. Emphasis on keep an eye out for bandits. There's definitely some guys we're gonna have to take out and be careful of. Also, I didn't mention it earlier, but the The Dragon's Fall Sword? Oh, this thing looks so badass. One of my favorite weapons in the entire game. I would love just like a hard foam version of this. I could just go around and swing. Oh, that'd be so nice. It's not my favorite looking sword in the game, but it is up there. Either way, let's go ahead and make some preparations, shall we? Now, something real fast that I want to talk about, because it will become important later, is we stole the Fortune God's Abacus from Jin. An abacus blessed by the god of prosperity. Triples the cost and strength of attacks that expend money. This is unironically one of the best weapons in the entire game, and makes the merchants' attacks, and now that we've got the tycoons, attacks which already hit really hard and have a high chance of critting, to doing ungodly amounts of damage. This is a weapon that will be aiding us for the rest of the game, because, again, Tycoon's one of my favorite archetypes, so we're going to be taking advantage of that. And regarding the Tycoon, I think we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that here with Basilio taking the reins of the archetype with us. Now, when it comes to the Tycoon, let's look at the synthesis skills. Because all reset, money power, fortune slots, and golden slider, these are okay. Sorry, not golden slider, golden soldier. These are okay. However, I think it'd be best if we take off the utilitarian's manual for Basilio and give him something that just absolutely boosts his damage output. I think we'll go with the rainbow scale because, well, we could get an extra boost in strength. 59 strength is going to be pretty okay. And gold rush is going to be just fine. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to go and inherit some skills onto him. That way he at least has some other things we can work with. Something like, let's do Slam Shatter. And we should also probably do some extra boosts that can help with his damage output. We can go ahead and inherit Fire Dodge. That could be nice. And then let's do Sense of Kinship. Other than that, we're going to be sticking pretty similarly to what we have currently. I'm going to make sure that we have Archetypal Ring on you, Juna. Actually, no, on Yufa, instead of the Mountaineer gloves, we're going to go ahead and put the Fortune's Grasp on you. That way we can take advantage of the extra archetype boosts. All right, let's get in.
Okay then. Let's go.
Also, one extra thing that I'm going to do just to make sure, when it comes to Yufa, we want to equip the Inquisitor's Crozier. We got this a while back, and I just didn't equip it. We want to do that right now, for sure. Really, really nice looking weapon, by the way. This request is a reminder that we need to be concerned about more than just Luis. That is true. That's why we're here. Let's immediately go to the left here. The common enemies in this area are, of course, bandits. They're all part of this death cult, of course, and there's a lot of them. We want to go ahead and just deal a lot of good damage to these guys. Bandits, they are weak to strike damage, and they're resistant to elements. This guy is weak to ice, though. Let's use Blizzaton on this. Actually, let's use Blizzaton. Let's just do AoE ice damage, do some decent damage to everyone. And whoever's still remaining, let's go over to Basilio's turn. And let's showcase just how strong the Tycoon can get. Utilizing Gold Rush, which is now 7,500 Reeve, we can do this and do a lot of damage. Watch this. 1,600 damage, and that's without a crit or any kind of extra boost. Pretty good. Obviously, we aren't going to be making our money back reliably, because, as you can see there, but trust me, we will be able to make our money back way better than you think. Also, just right next to the entrance is the Gold Beetle. You just take an immediate left. Just on your left, right there. No problem whatsoever. Now, of course, we can see here that this dungeon has a lot of darkness to it. Be wary as you turn corners or walk down long corridors, as these bandits can jump out at you and attack you. And as you saw, we aren't high enough level to kill them in the overworld just yet. Especially since we're on hard mode, there's a good chance that if you get into an encounter that is in their advantage, you might be dead. Just be very, very careful while traveling this area. Let's use Blizzaton, take care of this guy. Just kill him outright. Swap over to Will. We might be able to do a Royal Slash and kill them, no problem. Let's do a Heroic Slash. I think one of you guys is weak to... Nope, it's Pierce and Strike. Well, we could do Wild Boar. Let's do that. 1200 damage, no problem. And then, of course, we can do Slam Shatter, but I want to keep doing Gold Rush. Maybe get a crit. No, 1700 damage. Okay, that's fine. Of course, now that we're constantly getting Hero's Eve of Lights, be sure to make sure to not let them get overcapped. If they get overcapped, you obviously cannot go beyond 99, so be sure to check on that. What I'm going to do is, I think what I'm going to do is actually level up the Tycoon on Will, because we want that Almighty boost that you get from leveling it up to 20. So I'll see you in just a second. It took a lot of Hero's Eve of Lights, but we were able to max out the Tycoon. There we go. We also got Luck plus 4. 69 Luck. Nice. That Almighty boost is going to be big for Will. Let's go ahead and swap out Maracakaza for that. We definitely want that Almighty increase, wherever it may be. Almighty boost, right there. Increases Almighty attack damage by 20%. Massive, massive boost right there. Alright, now let's keep moving forward. Okay, we've also got Undead we have to worry about. Thankfully, we have that powerful Crozier, which can also aid us in dealing with the Undead enemies. Also, they're probably weak to common elements, so we're not too worried about that. You guys are resistant to traditional elements, but we can at least do ice damage. It does okay. We can do Summon Eagle Lion, maybe. No, they're resistant to it, but it still kills them anyways. And I guess if you want to showcase Royal Slash, let's see how much damage it does now. 1400 damage with no boosts. Pretty good. Pretty good. And we got the Tainted Arm. We have so many things we need to appraise. It's honestly not even funny. We have so many things we have to deal with. These guys are not strong enough. It's not weak enough for us to kill in the overworld. But again, we do have Yufa here. These enemies are weak to Light and Strike. However, they are immune to electric. That's okay. What we can do is, I guess we could do Summon Guptar's King, but I'd rather do Summon Eagle Lion King. Maybe we can kill them with just straight up wind damage with the extra boost with the Crozier. Yeah, look at that. Yufa cleaning up. And even more appraisals. All right. Getting more Hero's Eve of Lights. We're going to be getting plenty of those. That moves us up. We don't want to do that just yet. Oh. Maybe one of the treasure hunters? Or a member of the cult, perhaps. Rest in peace, man. Okay. Thankfully, we can see the cult members in the mini-map, so just keep an eye on that as you're moving forward. Okay, thank you, Basilio. As you're moving forward, keep an eye on the mini-map, and you'll be able to see these guys coming a mile away. Okay, that's one down. We'll swap over to Basilio and use Gold Rush. There's our crit, 2300 damage. Now, imagine that while super boosted. Just increasing your attack power as much as possible, lowering the enemy's defense. You're gonna be doing a crap ton of damage. Again, no enemies can bypass that. It's almighty damage. It will hit them no matter what resistances or boosts they have. It is consistent damage. This is why I love the Tycoon. It is simple and straight to the point. It is so, so nice. We could probably do Gablizaton and do some decent damage to these guys. Just don't miss any of them, please. Okay, only 2 of them left. Summon Eagle Lion? No, let's just pass turn. Maybe Heroic Slash? Yeah. 668 damage is not bad. And then we will, you know what? Let's just hit him with the Abacus. Taste math! There we go. 317 damage with a regular attack is also pretty respectable. We're gonna be getting a lot of loot here. If the bandits do get a chance to attack you, they will very likely steal a lot of your money. And it will not be a little amount. It will be a lot of cash that they will take from you. So be sure to not do that. To not let them do that. Here's one of the trad guards. And obviously see that they've tried to stop these guys before. Take care of the Elementa if I can. There we go. All right. With this, we just want to pass turn. We can do Radiance. We should do decent damage. And Gold Rush. Yeah. Now we definitely will be making our money back on that one for sure. All right. And we got Magic Link for Juna. Have Zimpi cost of Synthesis skills. It'll only apply to Synthesis skills that cost MP. This is also incredible for her because, well, obviously, as you can tell, we've been abusing Synthesis skills from this point onward thanks to the Utilitarians manual. And Juna is going to be taking advantage of synthesis skills, regardless of the archetype she's on, because those are a lot of her most powerful skills. Now what we're gonna do is we are gonna do summon Eagle Lion King and maybe just kill them outright. Yeah, no problem. As you can see, we aren't having any issues with these enemies, and most of them are gonna be taken down no problem whatsoever. We have enough preparations and setups in mind. Like, we're not gonna be in any real danger here. The downside is, if we get jumped, we are almost certainly cooked. That is just true. You know what? Let's go ahead and check out Precipice of the Abyss. We haven't showcased this yet, and we might as well.
We'll combine our strengths.
I'll show you everything I've got.
It's honestly a really cool looking skill, I'll be perfectly honest. Oh my goodness. No boosts for that one though, it was just a couple skeletons. Level 60. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass on some of these extra fights. I do want to be lower level than what you might expect. Are those?
I see the enemy.
Can't tell. I think there are some bandits hiding. Yeah, I thought so. This is the Dark Souls dungeon, essentially. More people. Can we interact with them? None of the men are breathing. Are these bruises from their efforts to resist? Yeah, probably part of the death cult. Again, we got some bandits who are attempting to attack us. We can just move around. Let's hide in here. Let's click this button. I don't know what it does, but let's just open it. Oh, neat. We've got a thing here.
Wait.
Okay.
Try moving things.
All right, let's just dodge roll, move around, maneuver, dodge roll. Maybe we can climb up this ladder and they won't be able to chase us. Yeah, no problem. Okay. There's a lot of things going on here. There's a lot of moving parts to this dungeon that we haven't seen everything yet. Let's just keep moving and try to see if we can unlock most of the map, as that's, you know, pretty important. Open this up. I think this just leads us back to where we were. I can hear people talking. Oh, hey, there's two chests in here.
Probably something
Oh,
notable.
well, one of them is a mimic. Let's deal with this one first. Oh, it's a legendary item? It is pure white shoes. White shoes unsullied by common filth can be purified at a church. 105 defense just outright is not bad. We're gonna hold on to you though. And what we're gonna do is we're going to, okay, I think we haven't clicked this one yet. I think this is gonna unlock the door behind us. Yeah, okay. I'm sensing a trend. Let's see what's down here first. There's no bandits. This will lead us back down this way. Okay, so I know where we are now. Okay, let's go back down this way. All right, back in this room with all the undead and everything. Let's just go ahead and dodge roll our way through. We're gonna take the left path this time. Avoid all these guys. That is almost certainly a mimic. Yeah. What about you? Okay, nope. You're good. And you're a rare chest too. Sanctorian gloves. Strength and magic +4 and will prevent hex. That's pretty good, actually. We're gonna hold on to these mimics. Actually, you know what? Let's piss off this mimic. Why not? Why not? Let's piss him off. We have light damage, we'll be okay. This is a blood coin mimic. Remember, if you want to try and steal stuff from them, this is a good time to do it. They're weak to light, of course. You can get Hero's Jeweled Root and Heavenly Water from them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do some fire magic. What we're gonna do? Let's lower their attack power a little bit. With Will, we definitely want to... Let's do Hero's Cry first. We want to kill this guy in one go for sure. Of course, we want a Gold Rush to lower its turn icons, if it even gets the chance to do that. Pass turn over to Yufa. We will do Summon Lizard Man, lowers defense, and then we're gonna do Royal Sword, and hopefully that will kill him. Oh, it didn't. Well, it's okay. We have Gold Rush again. Crit. Ah, we didn't even hit it. Nice. Unscathed Triumph on a Mimic is big news. No loot though, which is a little unfortunate. At least we'll get whatever's in the chest. We got Item Connoisseur for Basilio. We got the Talisman of the Knights. Pretty good. Pretty good.
What now?
I also need to chug some Magla pills for Will because he's definitely starting to run low. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. I guess while we're at it, let's go ahead and piss off the other mimic that we saw while running around, and we'll just take care of him real fast, see what we get.
We found something.
We got the Tektite Monocle. It greatly increases evasion against dark. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're obviously gonna need to chug some more MP items, which is not a big deal. We'll do a Magla potion, do 3 of those, give them to Will. That way he can, keep doing his thing. Going back into this room with all the undead and the brigands. Let's go through this hallway because we haven't gone here just yet. I obviously see some skeletons. Let's just avoid them for right now. Over here. Just dodge roll over you. That's okay. We want to... Yeah. Get him, boys. Get him. That works for me. Okay. We have a hidden room right here. Let's go ahead and take it. They won't see us coming. Yeah, that's right. Caught him off the pass. And we have a regular chest, which is good. The brief respite. It's a regular one, which is okay. We get Sumptuous Magla Feast. Fully restores 1 ally's MP. Not bad. We have a ladder here, of course. Let's go ahead and just take it so I don't have to walk back to that brigand. And we have ourselves another set of ladders. And aha! We have an active mimic. One that's not even trying to hide its presence. That's pretty crazy. We definitely want to keep that one in mind. Let's take this ladder first, though, so that we can unlock our path back to closer to the entrance, essentially. Okay, now we can go back down. I want to try and avoid this mimic for right now. We're gonna just walk around it, and there's more stuff. Let's just open up these chests real fast. We find ourselves a Shingen Sign, which is a commander weapon, and its 400 attack power will increase while increasing wind attack strength, which is pretty good. And then I'd like to move around you real fast and take your other treasure chest.
This looks valuable.
Absolutely marvelous.
And this is the Bisha Mountain Sign, another commander weapon that'll increase ice attack strength. Now that one is a lot better because of the Frigid Fortress tactic, which is something that the commander can have access to and can do a lot more damage with. What we are gonna do though, so this, I have checked this ladder. I don't know why it's not showing me that. Oh, it's because it goes even further up. That's why. I was wondering, I was like, I did check that ladder, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. It's just because it goes 2 layers up. All right, let's go back down. We're gonna keep an eye on those mimics later. We just want to try and explore as much as we can. And we need to go back through this crevice. Hopefully, yeah, the brigand is gone now. See ya, cultist. Let's go further south. We want to try and complete the layout of this dungeon. That way we know what we're dealing with here. Obviously, some more skeletons. Just avoid them. There's nothing there. Oh, got caught on the wall there. Go down here. Again, this is a pretty confusing labyrinth, but that's okay. Dodge roll. Give me some more MP. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. Double brigands. Just dodge roll. Thanks for the extra MP, though, guys. Dodge roll again. Okay. And now we're in this big open room. We want to take care of the enemies in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take advantage of those other finisher noodles that we've made. That way we can kill all these guys in one hit. I want to kill all these guys in one hit. That way they are not bothering me at all. And I guess I can kill these guys down here as well, just to guarantee that I won't be bothered. There we go. All right. Take advantage of these items and use them for what their actual real purpose is. Walk over here, and I think this is probably like the last major room. And of course, it's gonna have me going all the way up. We're going up multiple floors. This leads us back right near, this is kind of like the midpoint of the dungeon, essentially. If you don't have any already in threads or you don't want to use plateau for fast travel, this is about as quick as you're going to get back to the entrance from the boss room. Because as you might have seen in this open area, there is plateau. Right over here. Now, I am going to take advantage of plateau because we have something very important that we need to discuss. So, I will see you in just a second. Now that we have that out of the way, if we go to this room, you can see that there are 2 active mimics guarding a treasure chest, which is a little annoying, unfortunately. And it's a regular chest, too. This room with these two mimics is, at this point in time, the best AEXP farming area in the entire game. If you feel like you've been falling behind on archetype leveling, this is your place to farm resources in order to level up archetypes. I am not kidding. If you want to know how to do this, what we need to do is swap Will, the main character, you need to be the MC, to any of the Thief archetype lineage. Let's just take Thief, for example. What we need to do is equip him in a certain way. What I'm going to do is take off Fortune's Grasp and just give her Mountaineer gloves again. With Will, we need a specific accessory on. We need the Narcissus Brooch. We need the Fortune's Grasp. And when it comes to passives, we need Lucky Find and Luckier Find. Lucky Find is, of course, from the merchant, and Luckier Find is from the Tycoon.
All right.
This is the main reason why I wanted to save this dungeon for last, because, well, we were leveling up Brigida, and we needed to make sure we had enough resources in order to do all this. Lucky Find, Luckier Find, make sure you have basically as many things that will increase your luck, which does affect item drops. We need that. Make sure Will is on a Thief lineage, which, if you didn't know, has a multi-strike attack very similar to the Seeker in terms of his overall attack power. Now,
Right there.
we have two enemies here, they're staring at us. What we need to do, oh, we've pissed them off already. We want to dash in there and begin a squad battle. Do not get into a fight. Do not get ambushed. Once you broke them, as you can see, we got a Hero's Jewel route right there. Enter the encounter. As soon as you're into the counter, we need to push L1 and escape from the fight. Next, hit the other one. Try not to get hurt. And begin the fight. Every single time you've broken the enemy, you have a chance of getting the Hero's Jeweled route. You want to try and get those. These enemies, their common drop is, of course, the Hero's Jeweled route. Do your best to break them. As you saw right there, I got a Hero's Jeweled route. You will be able to get them from these enemies. If you want a slightly easier time...
Stay vigilant.
Now, okay, I guess another thing I can mention is that since you are going to be dealing damage to them in the combat, you will be slowly whittling away their HP. If you want to restore their HP, you go into you go over here, you save your game, go into Academia, reload your save. That's how you will do it. Now, if you want to be able to break these guys a little bit faster, one thing I'd recommend you do is go to your system, go to System Settings, and set your game to Easy Mode. If you set your game to Easy Mode, these enemies will be a lot easier to break. As you can see. I mean, that one, we surprised that one, of course. Obviously, we want to escape. And then we want to hit this guy again. And of course, we get into another squad battle. Of course, what you could do is kill one of these, something that I did whenever I played through the game. I realized this pretty fast as well. I didn't even need to know a guide for this. One thing that I did was I killed one of these guys and then did the strategy. That way I didn't have to worry about the stray attack powers. It's not something that you need to do, especially if you're on easy mode. You're going to be breaking these guys fast enough to where it doesn't really matter all that much if there's another enemy in the overworld. Just be sure to have access to all these drops. Of course, just after a little bit, you'll be getting a lot of Hero's Jeweled routes. Again, this is something that will increase your archetypes levels by 3,000. If you aren't interested in farming this for a long period of time, I will give you some recommendations on what archetypes you want to level if you want to do this for a little bit, or if you just want to still rely on Hero's Leap of Lights. Something I would highly recommend. For Stroll, you want to level up his entire warrior lineage and the commander lineage up to warlord to rank 20. You want to max out those. Essentially, you want to work on getting the royal archetypes for every single character. So for Stroll, focus on Samurai and Warlord to rank 20. For Hulkenberg, you want to get Paladin to rank 20, Dark Knight to rank 15, and Elemental Master to rank 15. Heizme is a complicated one, because not only does he need Ninja at rank 20, he needs Dragoon and Tycoon at rank 15. Dragoon is the third tier of the Gunner archetype lineage, which requires Sniper rank 20 and Magic Knight at rank 10. Which means that you need to go over here and you need to level Mage to level 10 as well. And then for the Tycoon, you need to level Merchant and Commander to rank 10. he requires a lot of preparations. So he's definitely one that I would recommend working on last. But you can slowly work on some of the easier archetypes to work on. Like, of course, Mage and Merchant's pretty easy. Getting Sniper's not too bad, and Magic Knight's pretty simple. Work on stuff pretty, kind of slowly with highest mag. For Juna, you want to get Persona Master and Trickster to rank 20. We haven't even unlocked Trickster yet on anyone. We definitely need to do that. Yufa, we want to get Devil Summoner and Soul Hacker to rank 20. And for Basilio, we need to get a certain archetype to rank 20 and Martial Artist. A little bit of spoilers here. The other archetype you need to get to rank 20 is going to be this one from the Berserker lineage, because of course it is. These are the archetypes I would suggest leveling if you are interested in just farming this for a little bit. If you're someone like me who is going to be here for a little while, I'll have access to a few extra things. If you aren't interested in farming here and just want to move on with your life, the final dungeon in the game has the best level grinding spot in the game for both AEXP and just regular leveling, along with mag. So if you are really not interested in farming stuff for royal archetypes right now, it's fine to hold off. Either way, I will see all of you guys in what will approximately be about an hour. So, see you in just a second. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes, give or take. Let's swap this back over to hard mode because I am done farming. Let's go ahead and give a quick rundown of what I've done. Essentially, what I have done is unlocked most of the paths to the royal archetypes for our characters. Obviously, some of them cannot get to the royal archetypes immediately because they haven't finished their bond, or in Haizume's case, I have the ability to unlock the Dragoon and Tycoon, but as you can see in the bottom right, my mag count is not very high. It is definitely something that from this point onward, mag is going to be the bigger issue rather than leveling up archetypes. But essentially, everyone else has somewhat easy access to their royal archetype. We just need to worry about the mag. And in fact, why not? Let's go ahead and unlock the Royal Warrior for Stroll, since we have access to it and we have the mag necessary for it. We'll access Vorpal Blade, Unwavering Blade, which will increase his hit and evasion rank by 3 ranks for 3 turns. We get Concentrate, which isn't bad, and Martial Lore, which will increase basic attacks by 50%. We'll also eventually get Brave Blade and Slash Surge. This is a huge one. Hasutobi, which is a very iconic Mega 10 skill, deals weak physical slash damage to all enemies 8 times. And at rank 20, we'll get Noble Warrior's Soul. If wielder defeats an enemy with a physical attack, their turn icon is lost. Pretty good. And then when it comes to synthesis skills, we have Peerless Stone Cleaver, Phantom Swordsman, and Crimson Moon Sword Art. Deals severe physical slash damage to all enemies and may inflict charm. Not bad. Let's go ahead and unlock this. O masterful hero, one who hath faced and conquered thy anxieties, the deepest and most powerful secrets of the warrior we bestow upon thee. This heat that rushes through my veins, its power is unlike anything I felt before.
Yeah.
The royal warrior. It seems my determination is turning into power itself. I've taken pride in reforming my noble heritage, and now I will live it in its purest form. The royal warrior has unlocked. We obtained the beloved great wave. Of course, we have the amazing beloved great sword. Let's go ahead and put that on him. And let's adjust Stroll's equipment to make him a bit stronger. Let's give him the Utilitarian's Manual, of course. When it comes to gear, we don't really want the pure white shoes. Let's give him something that will give him a lot of extra strength. Let's do the Valkyrie Gauntlets. What is his strength at now? 65. Not bad. I think I'm also going to go ahead and level him up a little bit more with the Hero's Leaf of Lights that we've got. Maybe see how far we can get it. Maybe at least to level 10.
Right.
The royal archetypes are the hardest archetypes to master because they require the most amount of resources, as you can probably tell. Now, as you can see, I have 93 Heroes Jewel Roots. Why didn't I use all of these to start boosting archetypes? You will not run into an easier way of obtaining Heroes Jewel Roots outside of this dungeon. So I am keeping a big bundle of them, not 99, but I'm keeping a big bundle of them that I can use as I accrue more mag throughout the remaining dungeons we have left. Of course, you can always come back to the Disgraced Ruins and do this farm again if you really so wish. I will not be doing that. If I'm going to be grinding resources again, it will be during the last dungeon. Either way, we now have access to that slash boost with Stroll. Let's also start inheriting some skills. Let's make sure we have our classic. We need to make sure we have our classic Heat up. We should probably also do Diligent Discipline. I don't think we have a boost for his synthesis skills. But we could do Slash Boost. Actually, no, we can't do Slash Boost. We only have 11,000 mag to work with. I think our only weakness is Wind, which isn't too bad. And we can do Formation of Vigor. Why not? There we go. Okay. And if you couldn't tell, let's go ahead and put Stroll in the party. Let's take off Basilio and put in Stroll. You will be leading the charge for right now. But let's go ahead and make sure Basilio is still kept in good shape. And I think it would also be best if we go ahead and inherit a money skill. Let's do Gold Attack. Just for, actually, I mean, we could do Gold Rush. We have enough mag for it.
All right.
Why not? We'll unlock it. Because Sistis will, his attacks will be lowered if we use Gold Rush. We might as well use it just to have it. And we have Almighty Boost, so this will still do quite a bit of damage. Okay, with all those preparations made, if you want to go take down those mimics right now, you can. I'm gonna leave them be for now. Let's go ahead and open the door. Founders ahead. You all set? Let's go. You're the bandit leader, aren't you? We've got you. This world's steeped in misery, distortion, and sin. We have no recourse but to escape as soon as possible. That is what they have taught us. They command me, kill, save. They assure me that death is our only salvation. I know not what you heard, where you heard it, but death does not bring salvation. Using these weapons to attack the capital is unspeakable. Weapons? Oh, you mean them? They're no mere weapon. They're the god of salvation. Wait. What in the world? You mean to say they're no weapons? But this god of salvation he's talking about sounds even worse. Fie, our words will not reach him now. We have to put one path remaining. Let's put him down. I thought my role in this had already ended. I will bring you all to salvation, and at last I too shall make the journey to paradise. Oh, it's your role, is it? You really think we're gonna let you play it? Let's do this! Alrighty. Bandit Chief Sistis is accompanied by 2 other bandits. We've already seen how well they do, so let's go ahead and use Blizzatun to get ourselves some extra actions. I think that's the wrong enemy I targeted. Oh well, it'll be okay, right? Let's pass turn and let's go over to Stroll. Because we want to utilize Crimson Moon Art. This should do some pretty decent damage to the whole gang.
You will taste justice!
What a badass looking skill. Yeah, also we did like 3,000 damage to them. Ouch! They did a lot of damage. We could do Hero's Cry. I honestly don't think we're gonna have too many issues. Let's use Gold Rush. 705 damage is not bad, especially with our low strength. You, Bandit Chief Sistis, you're weak to light. We don't need to worry about that too much. Also, you can steal a Frostbite Axe, which is not bad from this. Let's just do a Blizzatun. Just into extra damage. We might be able to do a Summon Lizard Man. Actually, yeah, let's do a Summon Lizard Man to lower his defense. And then Stroll should be able to finish this off with maybe... Brave Blade, maybe not. Perhaps Phantom... Actually, we can do Pure Stormcleaver. Why not? Let's do that. Yeah, 4,400 damage. Woo, okay, well, you know, that Bandit Chief wasn't that bad. Oh, hey, we got the Frostbite Axe anyways. Nice. That was easy, right? No problem. Magic Endurance for Hulkenberg. Strength and Agility for Juna. Not really a great level up there. Ha! Spouted all that crap just for things to end right quick. Much too quickly. I could sense him in only desperation. Not the intent to kill. Something's wrong, but I can't quite... Uh-oh. What's that? It feels like... Oh, wonderful. A human.
No way.
Is that human?
Damn it.
Don't tell me that is the god of salvation he mentioned. He meant to unleash a human on the capital.
No way.
It would be well beyond catastrophe. How can he manage to keep this hidden?
I shall not allow
Let's put a stop to it. We cannot allow this manner of false salvation to stand. Here it comes. Get ready. Alright, now the real fight begins. This is Homosondro. Now, we heard about this from the informant that this is an enemy that there isn't a lot of information about. Of course, we know that it repels electric and uses electric attacks. We can see here that it is weak to strike damage and repels slash, pierce, and elect, and is weak to light, is resistant to light. This is a pretty strict set of ailments here that we'll have to work around. Of course, because of this, we must swap out Stroll. For right now, let's swap out Stroll right now. This is our first time actually showcasing this. Let's swap Stroll out for Basilio.
Okay, I'll take care of this.
I shall do.
So obviously we can't use Summon Lizardman in order to do extra stuff, but we could do Summon Eagle Lion King. Let's take advantage of that right now. Lower his attack power as much as possible. With Basilio, we're gonna back up and use Charge. Just so that way we do a lot more damage. With our good old Prince here, we're gonna do Hero's Cry to give us more actions. We love doing that. Now, with Juna, we could do Precipice of the Abyss. We don't have access to dealing any damage to his weakness. We could swap in Heizme. We could do that. Yeah, let's do that. We might be able to dodge tank this. With Yufa, let's... We could just run up and do an attack. Let's actually just do a Corrosive Acid. With Basilio now in the front row, we can do Battle Cry Tackle, which will do some pretty decent damage. Wanton Destruction is also really good. Frenzy, heavy physical strike damage. Ignores resistances. Let's just do Wanton Destruction. It does the most amount of actions. We'll be able to do Weakness, so we'll be able to get the extra action. 2,000 damage is pretty good. With Will, let's run up and do Royal Sword with Yufa as our backup. 3,000 damage, and then we need to do Knight's Proclamation. Maybe we can get a good dodge tank going on. Come on. Breath of Battle increases attack and defense dramatically, and, okay, okay, we got a dodge, which is good. Okay, we got a dodge, which is not bad. I mean, it wouldn't matter all that much. That's okay. Next from here, let's pass turn over to Basilio and do Wanton Destruction again, even though we don't need to worry about the defense boost. Do it again.
It's okay.
We definitely need a Royal Sword, and that'll kill him with the crit. Nice. Didn't even need to worry about the defense boost. Okay. Ooh, and we got the Golden Armor. Lots of level ups too. For Will, we are almost to the point where we can stop boosting into magic, but let's do it a little bit more. Endurance Agility for Heizme, very good. Agility Luck for Yufa, Endurance Luck for Basilio. Okay. With that, we obtained the Founder's Hatchet. A human attack on the royal capital. I shudder at the very thought. We stopped it! That's a happily ever after in my book. And without that human and founder, I expect the rest will be gone before long too. Indeed, we will likely disband. However, another group will take their place before long if the age of turmoil does not end.
Yeah.
Exactly. As long as we let the world reinforce it, there will always be people believing death preferable to living. And to fix the world, we must first defeat Luis. Then we'll have Will make us a proper country.
Leave it to me.
I'm sure Will can do it. I shall give you all my support. Is this request complete then? Shall we head back? Again, if you want to go and get the loot from the mimics, be my guest. Let's return to the entrance for now, though. I'm absolutely knackered. Who's in the mood for supper?
Hey.
Don't forget, Will, we have to report to the recruitment center when we get back, too. I know. This was a pretty fruitful adventure, though. We were able to get access to a lot of resources, though our mag count is obviously pretty low. If you want to farm money, this is a pretty decent spot to do so. There's a large group of enemies close together that are really close to the entrance. I, however, am not going to be worrying about that. We're going to be getting money from our quests, so we'll be pretty good in terms of rolling in it. Obviously, I think we've kind of broke even when it comes to money here, but we'll get some good cash.
Okay.
Let's return to town immediately. Obviously, when it comes to resources, the next thing we need to worry about is mag, which it's gonna be a hot minute before we have a good place for that. That's a man we fought in the ruins. Daft as it sounds, he really was planning on using that human as a weapon, wasn't he? I'm happy that we were able to stop that from occurring, yet I fear that similar situations may be inevitable in the future. A problem like this has to be cut off at its roots. That means we've got to take Luis down.
Right.
It truly is the summit of it all. We should focus ourselves entirely on that goal. Will, let's report in about this.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 16 days remain.
Of course, we want to turn this in first. You did it! You defeated the founder!
Jeez.
Word travels fast, huh? They were causing quite a stir in Grand Trad, so indeed it did. And was it really a human they were hiding in their headquarters?
Right.
Yeah, that was their secret weapon. They were going to release it inside Grand Trad. See, well, the fact that you slayed it and saved the capital is the talk of the town right now. Though there are those who are skeptical about your achievements. What's new? Don't get discouraged. There are people out there who still believe that you are a hero. I'm one of them. Besides, when the news came in that they'd been vanquished, it was really a joy in the air. It's been a long time since we felt that. Here, this is your reward. You've more than earned it. Give me that money! Yeah, 172,000 Reeve. Big cash. And extra courage if you still need it. We've now passed the 1 million mark when it comes to Reeve. Hopefully that sticks around for a little bit. I'll take whatever mag I can get, man. I know there are many who have their doubts, but there will come a day when everyone believes in you. And until that day, I'm afraid I have no choice but to rely on you to fulfill these requests. Thankfully, we've done all of them, so we're pretty good on that. And I guess real fast, let's see if we can't purify anything here. We can get the Emerald Split Shoes, Aurelian Split Shoes, Cobalt Split Shoes, and the Crimson Split Shoes. All of these require those pure white shoes we found back in the dungeon. And essentially these shoes just repel a certain element. If I were to make a suggestion, the only one I would suggest not getting would be the Crimson Split Shoes. I think this is kind of redundant. We have a raiment that already repels fire. I don't see a reason to have the Crimson Split Shoes. If I were to make a suggestion, I would probably say either get the electric shoes or the wind shoes. I'm going to be getting the electric shoes. This requires 1 blessed water, 1 grace water, and 1 heavenly water, along with the pure white shoes. Let's go ahead and just make this. I guess this is technically going Basilio right now. Pretty decent. And of course, if you ever want to swap them out, you just need the Aurelian Split Shoes in order to get these other shoes, and then you can constantly swap them out if you need to. So it's not too much of a commitment if you just want those. Either way, next time on Meta for Fantazio, we're going to be doing one final round of preparations before we head to the Skybound Avatar. We have a few pretty small things to wrap up. So, with that said, see you soon.